Welcome to Rock Your Fashion. Have you ever put on an expensive top and still felt a bit frumpy? You've seen it, a designer blouse that somehow falls flat. And then there's that woman in an affordable top who looks like she's just stepped out of a Parisian boutique. The difference? It's not the price tag, it's the neckline. Today, I'm sharing the 10 necklines that quietly cheapen your look after 50 and the sophisticated alternatives that make you look elegant and effortlessly refined. And neckline number 7. It's aging you by a decade, but the fix is surprisingly simple. Let's dive in. Neckline number 1. Ultra-high crew necks. Crew necks are timeless, but when they sit too high and too tight, they can quietly work against your proportions. A neckline that hugs the base of the throat creates a strong horizontal line across the body. That line shortens the neck, flattens the chest, and draws attention upward in a way that feels heavy rather than elegant. This is why some crew neck tops look classic on the hanger, but feel aging once you put them on. The solution isn't to eliminate crew necks altogether. It's to choose ones that sit slightly lower, skim rather than grip the neck, and allow space for styling. When balanced with vertical elements like a long necklace, an open jacket, or soft layering, a crew neck can look polished and modern. Without that balance, it can feel closed off and severe. Your neckline should give your face room to breathe, not crowd it. Neckline number 2. Bulky turtlenecks. Turtlenecks can look incredibly chic, but only when the fabric and fit are right. The issue after 50 isn't turtlenecks themselves. It's thick, chunky, overly stiff knits that add bulk exactly where we don't want it around the neck, shoulders, and upper chest. When a turtleneck is too heavy or tightly rolled, it visually compresses the neck and piles fabric around the face. The result? A shorter neckline, broader shoulders, and an outfit that suddenly feels heavy and aging. Elegant European women avoid this by choosing fine gauge, fluid knits that skim the neck rather than crowd it. Think lightweight cashmere or merino, smooth, slim, and softly structured. A well-chosen turtleneck should create one clean vertical line from the chin down through the torso. When it does, it looks sleek, modern, and quietly powerful. When it's bulky or stiff, it overwhelms your proportions. This isn't about avoiding turtlenecks. It's about choosing versions that support your silhouette instead of fighting it. Neckline number 3. Wide, rigid boat necks. Boat necks are often called classic, but not all boat necks work the same, especially after 50. The issue isn't the neckline itself. It's the wide, straight, overly rigid versions that sit too high and stretch straight across the shoulders. When a boat neck is too flat or too wide, it creates a strong horizontal line across the chest. That line widens the shoulders, shortens the neck, and makes the upper body feel heavier and more boxy. This is why so many women put one on and think, why do I suddenly feel broad and older? Elegant European women don't avoid boat necks, they choose refined ones. The flattering version skims the collarbone, has a gentle curve, and creates openness rather than cutting straight across the body. If a boat neck feels stiff or severe, it works against you. When it's softened and well-proportioned, it looks quietly chic and beautifully French. By the way, if you're loving these tips and want more style advice specifically for women over 50, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Rock Your Fashion. Now, let's continue. Neckline number 4. Halter necks. Nobody wants to say this, but most halter necklines after 50 rarely work. They expose too much shoulder and chest area, draw attention to aging skin on the décolletage, and often create unflattering proportions around the neck and arms. When you're wearing a halter top, all attention goes to your shoulders, upper arms, and chest areas where mature skin texture becomes more visible. The look goes from polished to problematic instantly. The straps around your neck can also create unflattering lines and make you appear shorter. Here's what works. Choose tops with proper sleeves or elegant cap sleeves that provide coverage while still feeling summery and light. Look for necklines that show some skin strategically. a subtle V or open collar without the exposure that halter necks create. Spanish women do this beautifully. They choose tops that suggest elegance and femininity without revealing too much. A cap sleeve top with a V-neck is infinitely more flattering than a halter after 50. Consider investing in quality tops with structured shoulders that create beautiful lines without the exposure. This isn't about hiding, it's about strategic elegance that flatters your current proportions and skin texture. Neckline number 5. Harsh square necklines. This is where I see so many women go wrong after 50. Square necklines with their hard, angular lines can be incredibly unflattering if they're too wide or too geometric. They create harsh horizontal and vertical lines that feel rigid rather than elegant. The goal is to create soft, flattering lines around your face and neck. Square necklines work beautifully when they're subtle. Think Italian elegance with a gentle square that's not too wide or too low. But those dramatic wide square necklines aid you by creating harsh angles. It's not about avoiding squares entirely, it's about choosing the right proportion. A soft, subtle square neckline can be beautiful. An extreme wide square feels costumey and aging. Italian women know this secret. Their square necklines are refined and proportionate, never extreme. Neckline number 6. Awkward height. Mock necks. Mock necks often look promising on the hanger, but on the body, the height matters more than people realise. When a mock neck sits right in the middle of the neck, not low enough to open the chest, and not high enough to feel intentional, it creates visual confusion. That in-between height shortens the neck and widens the face. The result is a neckline that feels neither elegant nor deliberate. The more flattering option is clarity. Either choose a soft funnel-style mock neck that sits lower and opens toward the collarbone, or opt for a true turtleneck in a fine knit that creates a clean, uninterrupted line. Elegant women understand this instinctively. A neckline should either frame the face or fully commit to coverage. The middle ground rarely flatters. If a neckline makes you tilt your head and think something feels off, it usually is. Neckline number 7. Extreme V-necks. This is the big one, the mistake that can age you by 10 years, wearing V-necks that plunge too deep, showing too much décolletage, and creating an aging, inappropriate look. I see women embracing V-necks without understanding that depth matters enormously after 50. Elegance isn't about exposure, it's about suggestion. Your V-neck should create length without revealing too much. Those deep plunging necklines draw attention to aging skin texture on the chest and look trying too hard rather than sophisticated. Clean out your closet and choose V-necks that end about 3 to 4 inches below your collarbone. This creates the elongating effect you want without the exposure. Same style, same flattering line, but refined proportions that make you look current and polished. European women master this balance. Their V-necks suggest elegance without revealing everything. People notice you look refined but won't know why. You'll just appear more sophisticated. Neckline number 8. Poorly proportioned scoop necks. Let's talk about the scoop neck, because when it's right, it's one of the most flattering necklines you can wear. And when it's wrong, it quietly unravels an otherwise beautiful outfit. This isn't just about showing a bit of skin. A well-cut scoop neck creates balance. It opens the upper body, softens the chest area, and frames the face in a way that feels polished rather than exposed. The mistake most women make is choosing scoops that are too wide, too low, or completely out of proportion with their frame. Those can look droopy or careless, the opposite of elegant. The ideal scoop sits slightly lower than a crew neck, but stops well short of a V-neck. The curve should feel gentle and intentional, not stretched or dramatic. A narrow, well-placed scoop always looks more refined than a wide one. Once you find your perfect scoop, getting dressed becomes easier. It works with tailored trousers, elevates jeans instantly, and layers beautifully under blazers and knitwear. It's a small detail, but it makes everything else look considered, balanced, and quietly sophisticated. Neckline number 9, overly trend-driven asymmetric necklines. Asymmetric necklines can look striking, but many trendy versions create visual imbalance rather than elegance. One shoulder cuts, extreme diagonals, or exaggerated asymmetry pull the eye unevenly across the body. Instead of harmony, they introduce tension, which can feel costume-like rather than refined. Elegant style relies on balance and calm. That doesn't mean everything must be boring, but it does mean the neckline should support the face, not compete with it. When asymmetry is subtle and intentional, it can work. When it's dramatic or overly trendy, it often overwhelms mature features. Symmetry and restraint are what make outfits look expensive and timeless. Neckline number 10. Excessively embellished necklines. This changed everything for me. Understanding that embellished necklines with beading, sequins, or excessive details overwhelm mature faces and make expensive tops look cheap. I see women wearing necklines so busy with decoration that the face gets lost entirely. Your face has earned every line, every expression, every beautiful detail. The goal isn't to distract with embellishment, it's to frame your face with clean, elegant necklines that let your natural beauty shine. Work with simple, refined necklines in quality fabrics. That top that's almost perfect? Try removing excessive trim. It can transform it from busy to sophisticated. This isn't just about necklines, it's about honoring your face with frames that enhance rather than compete. When you choose necklines that are clean and elegant, you radiate confidence and refinement. European women understand this instinctively. Less embellishment means more focus on you. And that's what true elegance looks like. So there you have it. 10 neckline mistakes that can quietly work against you after 50. And the refined alternatives that instantly elevate your look. And here's the lovely thing. You didn't need to buy anything new. You didn't need to chase trends. You simply learned how to use the necklines you already own in a smarter, more flattering way. So here's my question for you. Which neckline are you going to look at differently tomorrow morning? Will you choose a lighter, more fluid knit, soften a neckline that feels too rigid, or finally let go of the one that's been fighting your proportions? Drop a comment and let me know. And if this video helped you see necklines in a whole new way, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to rock your fashion. Thanks for being here. Until next time, take care, stay confident, and remember, elegance has no age limit.